What is going on, guys? So we're back with the Brad and Darren Binder interview, but before we get started, let's just take you through a process on how to subscribe. You just hit that subscribe button and then turn post notifications on. As you can see now, you're going to tick that little bell, and then you're just going to want to tick the box and just say save, and then you are done. Let's get into the video. What's happening, Daz? Brad?
How's it going, Blazy? Blaze, what's happening?
Sweet, guys. So I've got a couple of questions from a few guys now here on Facebook. All sorts of different variety questions. Let's begin off here with Trisha Mooman. She asks here jokingly, they would like to know, Darren, are you in the front because your hair is shorter now?
Well, since I cut it, I've been going a little bit better, eh? So maybe that was the answer to my problems. But I think I might get another trim before we head over to Mugello.
And then on a more serious note, Brad, how's your arm doing?
My arm's good, thanks. I went out and did a little ride at Almeria the other day. And yeah, my arm felt a lot better than it did the last two operations. So yeah, going into Mugello now, I feel quite strong, and let's see how it goes.
Excellent, excellent. And she just sends her love here, and that they love you Stucken. They're supporting you all the way here from SA. Next question is Robert Besson for Brad Binder. How is the difference in the ride between a Moto 2 and a Moto 3? Did you have to change your riding style quite a lot, or not so much?
The most difficult thing coming from Moto 3 to Moto 2 was to try and just basically adapt to how heavy the bike is and how you need to really stop the bike and then open the throttle afterwards. But you know, it's one of those things that take a little bit more time. Every time I get out on the bike, I feel more comfortable. But I'm sure I still have a long way to go.
Excellent, excellent. And I don't think Courtney is going to like this question very much, but ever attempt to ask for a kiss from an umbrella girl?
No, I haven't.
Okay, perfect.
The most tempted I've been is when you were standing next to me.
In Valencia, yeah. And then we got Paul Jacobs. We got Paul Jacobs here, just sending his regards. Paul, Lisa, Luke, and Hannah Jacobs, big support. Then we've got Louise Dolan here. Blaze, I would like to know how Brad's arm's feeling. That was answered. Oh, it wasn't answered yet, was it?
Arm's sweet, eh?
Arm's all good now. Has it been frustrating just being seated in the garage for the past couple of races?
It's been horrible. I think the last 6 weeks have been the longest 6 weeks of my life.
I think it'll be quite good when you get back and quite enjoy that.
No, for sure. Once I get back into it, I think everything's just going to get a lot easier, a lot faster, and get back into normal life would be good.
And then the next one up here is for Dazzle. Where has your speed come from this year? You're doing such an amazing job. Same person, Louise Dolan.
Dude, I think the biggest change for me has been moving on to the KTM this year.
Okay.
I feel comfortable, and I'm loving the bike, eh?
Excellent, excellent stuff. Now, next, moving on to Noel Haroff. When are you guys going to hook me up with a test ride overseas?
That's difficult, eh? It's not that easy just to hook up a test ride for your mate, eh? But I mean, if it was possible, I would have had it done by now.
When you win the lotto?
If we could operate, it would be done, but it's not. Unfortunately, it's not just up to us.
Excellent. Here we got a next question from Richard Dennis Wicks. Does Darren and Brad ever consider racing domestic circuits when they are in the off-season or mid-season break? Are you allowed to?
In my contract, I'm not allowed to do any other championships And basically, when I come home in mid-season and in the off-season in December, that's the only holiday I get. So I want to chill out and I don't want to race anymore.
It's some backflips at a farm.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Chill out with my mates, have a bit of fun.
And Brad, same goes for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, and sometimes I think it would be quite cool to come and do a race back home, but with the contracts, nowadays it's a bit difficult. So sometimes I try to get out on the bike and just go for a ride back at home, but racing, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to.
Okay, and moving on, we got a question from Julie Boland. When are you guys going to convince me to join you guys overseas and take me under your wings? I think that was quite perfectly answered in a couple of questions before.
Until we can sort you out a ride, you're just going to have to become our number one supporter when we bring you over here then.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan for now. Next question is from Quinton Riddick. Ask them to come watch a KZN Road Racing Club race when you guys have a gap. I know Darren is going to be here in South Africa in the off-season, mid-season break, and he'll be at the Super GP at Desi.
Yeah, that's my plan, coming to watch you boys race at Desi there in July.
Next question here, Sanjeev Singh. Any advice for young riders? Is it better to progress through the smaller classes into the world stage, or better to progress up to thousands or 600s, then try move across?
I think it's easier to move across on the small bikes, eh?
Okay, and for you, Brad?
The thing is, when all the guys are really young and racing on the small bikes, it seems to be like the people over in Europe, everyone just sticks together. The same people that race now in Moto 3 and Moto 2 are people that have been racing together since they were probably 6 years old. So, the younger you can start getting overseas, the easier it will be to make the move into World Championship.
Excellent. Next one here, we got Sharon Klassen. She says she's holding thumbs for you, Darren. She's holding thumbs for a pole position and Brad to recover and start riding again soon. Next question here is Stephen Baker. Asked Darren what went through his head when he nearly wiped out last weekend. Well, I think you did pretty much wipe out, eh, Daz?
Yeah, but my little moment before I wiped out, that save was nothing more than lucky, eh?
No, that was a spectacular save. That'll be. Our next question is from Dieter Blom. Can you ask them both how they got into riding and what sparked the idea to eventually start racing competitively?
Well, I'd been riding bikes since I can remember, basically. But as soon as I was old enough to start racing in the 50cc class in South Africa, I started to. But before that, I did a bit of karting. And, I think when I was about 12 years old, my dad and I decided we were going to head over to England and give it a try that side and see what the competition was like. And I think that's pretty much where it all started, and that's where we are today, or that's where it all began, I suppose.
Excellent stuff. And that is that the same for you there, Daz?
Yeah, pretty much. I also raced go-karts with my brother, and then he moved over to the bikes a little bit before me because he's older than me, and as soon as I was old enough, I followed in there.
Excellent stuff. And then quick question from Dylan Barnard here. Darren, are you choffing Min?
I'm choffing Min, Blaze.
always. Vaughn van Niekerk asks here, Brad, have you snuck your championship winning bike into Dazzle's garage? Daz, you are on fire this year.
No, I haven't. I tried to stick my old Rookies Cup bike in Darren's bedroom, but he wasn't impressed. But the World Championship bike is going in my dad's collection.
It's nice to see that the team has given you that bike now. Well deserved, definitely well deserved. Second last question is from Andre Maritz. Why 40 and 41? Is there a significance in the number, or is it just randomly picked?
I chose number 41 because Haga was my favorite rider when I was growing up.
Looking up to Haga, eh?
And that's how it stayed the whole time, basically.
Excellent stuff. And for you, Daz?
Well, basically, when Brad chose 41, I had an option to go anywhere, but it was the easiest just to take the one under his name.
That's question for Brad from Chris Wright. Brad, do you have any influence when selecting Red Bull rookies, if you are able to punt any SA riders or give any influence to taking SA riders into the Red Bull Rookies Cup?
I definitely don't have any say in who gets chosen to drive for Rookies Cup or who gets in. It's a really professional event where they take the fastest kids from all over the world, and they pretty much take sometimes 8, sometimes 12. It all depends how many spaces are available for the next season. But they take those few fastest kids, and it's always good to have a South African in the series for them. So, I think they're always interested in having South Africans in their series.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Red Bull Rookies is a great stepping stone into the MotoGP paddock. But anyway, guys, that's all the time that we've got for asking questions for Brad and Darren today. Brad, Daz, thank you so much, and we'll speak to you guys soon again.
Lekker, Baker. Catch you later, bud.
Lekker, cheers, bud.